Angela Craig was 43 years old, a mother of 6, a devoted member of her local church, and a beloved choir director. To those who knew her, Angela was full of warmth and faith, a woman whose life revolved around her children, her family, and her community. Angela worked as a family history consultant, often helping others piece together their ancestry and find meaning in their roots. She had been married for over 2 decades to James Craig, a well-known dentist based in Aurora, Colorado. But behind the smiles and the surface of suburban stability, Angela's life was slowly and deliberately being poisoned, literally. James Craig was a respected man in his field. He ran a successful dental practice. Outwardly, he was a family man, a community figure, and a professional. But privately, Craig was living a double life. Not only was he financially burdened with bankruptcy filings and lawsuits, but he was also pursuing an extramarital affair with a woman in Texas. That relationship would later prove to be a key motive behind the murder. While his wife Angela was experiencing alarming health issues, dizziness, nausea, and seizures, James was sending flirtatious emails to his mistress and buying poison online. He wasn't just a cheating husband. He was a man planning a murder. Angela first fell ill on March 6, 2023. She was rushed to the hospital after experiencing severe dizziness and weakness. Doctors were puzzled. Her symptoms were alarming, but they couldn't pinpoint the cause. She was discharged, only to return just 3 days later, sicker than before. Her second hospital stay lasted 6 days. Angela's condition worsened, and yet no one suspected foul play, except perhaps Angela herself. According to reports, she had begun telling her friends she thought something was wrong. Something wasn't adding up. She recovered enough to be released again. But tragically, on her third hospital visit, Angela suffered a major seizure. She was placed on life support, and on March 18th, she died. The cause? Cyanide and tetrahydrozoline poisoning. Tetrahydrozoline is a chemical compound found in over-the-counter eye drops. In small amounts, it's harmless. In large doses, it can be lethal. Shortly after Angela's death, suspicions began to rise. Hospital staff had grown uneasy. Something didn't feel right. Investigators began digging, and what they found painted a dark, methodical picture. James Craig had been searching the internet for things like, how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human? Is arsenic detectable in autopsy? Top 5 undetectable poisons. On top of that, police found receipts showing Craig had ordered potassium cyanide and arsenic online, using his work email and even having the packages delivered to his dental office. Even more damning was what they found on his computer, a deleted Google Chrome profile titled Murder, with searches on poisons and how to mask their presence in toxicology reports. But the case didn't stop there. Investigators also discovered that Craig had solicited coworkers to tamper with evidence and even discussed covering up the crime if questioned. He told one colleague to lie to the police and another to delete emails if things got bad. Angela's own sister told police that James had tried to control what the family knew about Angela's condition, going so far as to prevent them from visiting the hospital during her final days. The web of lies was unraveling fast. In July 2025, over 2 years after Angela's murder, James Craig stood trial in Arapahoe County District Court. The courtroom was packed with reporters, family members, and observers hoping for justice. Opening statements began on July 15th. The prosecution painted a picture of a calculated killer, cold, cunning, and driven by personal gain. They highlighted his affair, his poison purchases, and his internet searches as clear indicators of intent. The defense tried to argue that Angela's death was not premeditated. They claimed James had a complicated mental state and denied that he intended to kill his wife. But the jury didn't buy it. The evidence was overwhelming. The pattern of behavior, the digital footprints, the chemicals, the secret affairs, it all pointed to one conclusion. On July 30th, 2025, James Craig was found guilty of first-degree murder. He was also convicted on 5 additional charges, including solicitation to commit tampering with evidence, solicitation to commit perjury, solicitation to commit murder. Judge Shea Whitaker delivered a scathing statement during sentencing. Dr. Craig unleashed a path of destruction as wide as a tornado and just as devastating. Damage to his children, damage to Angela's family, damage to his own family. James Craig, now 47, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Angela Craig's death wasn't just a tragedy. It was a betrayal at the deepest level. A mother of 6, robbed of her life by the man she trusted most. A woman of faith and compassion, poisoned in her own home. Her children now face life without both parents, their mother dead and their father in prison. This case is a haunting reminder that evil can hide in plain sight. That behind a smile, a handshake, a wedding band, darkness can lurk. Angela's family, community, and friends continue to mourn her loss, but they also fight to keep her memory alive. As a loving mother, a caring friend, and a woman who deserved so much more.
Another case, another reminder. Be aware, be safe, and take care of each other. See you soon.